Block 43 of the Tunisian sampler Afghan is the chain cable block, and this pattern is created using a combination of the treble crochet and the knit stitch. And I've gone ahead and started the first 3 rows of a sample for you. The first row is your base row, row 2 and row 3 are knit stitch rows. Row 4 will be a treble crochet row. And we start by doing 6 knit stitches. We yarn over twice. This is the start of the treble crochet. We're going to skip the next stitch. We're going to go into this column right here, and we're going to go 3 rows below. So we're going to capture both posts here. We're going to go through down here and go through both posts, yarn over, and bring up a loop. Looks like, try this again here. Trying to do this through the camera and it's a bit tricky. Okay, so we're going down to this one here, right there, and we're going to go through both stitches. Okay, bring up a loop, and now we're going to yarn over and draw through 2 3 times. Then we're going to do 4 knit stitches, and the first of the 4 is going to be in the skipped stitch that we did up here. And then this is 2, 3, 4. Then we're going to do our second treble crochet for the pattern. We yarn over twice, and now we need to go back into that same loop that we did the first one. This is so hard to do on camera. Then yarn over, draw through 2 3 times. When you're done, you should have a V with 3 knit stitches in between the V. And then now, if you were following the pattern, your next step would be to do 6 knit stitches and then skip a stitch and do the next one. But since I'm just doing a sample here, I'm just going to do the stitches to the end of the row. Okay, the second half of the row, and this will be the same for all the treble crochet rows. You yarn over, draw through the first stitch, and then yarn over and draw through 2 the rest of the way across. And I'm going to go ahead and finish this row, and then I'm going to do 2 more rows of knit stitch, and I'll come back to illustrate row 7. Okay, row 7, we do 6 knit stitches. This should line you right over the treble crochet 3 rows below. So you're going to yarn over twice, and you're going to go through that post. Oh, for goodness sake. Get two on there. Then yarn over and draw through 2 3 times. Then you do 4 knit stitches. Which should line you up over the second treble crochet, and then you're going to do a treble crochet into that post. Then you knit stitch 6 stitches and start the procedure over again for the pattern. In this particular case, I'll knit stitch to the end of the row, then I'll yarn over, draw through 1, yarn over, draw through 2 all the way across, and then 8 and 9 will rows 8 and 9 will be knit stitch rows. So I'll come back to illustrate row 10 here when I've got all cut up. Okay, back for row 10. With row 10, we're going to do 8 knit stitches. And that puts you right in the center of this chain right here. You should be lined over the V. Now you're going to do a treble crochet back to this treble crochet over here. Oops, I went through too many there. And then we're going to do a treble crochet to the forward one. Alright, we skip that one, then we go here and we're going to do 10 knit stitches to your next pattern. And that's basically how you make the cable, and you repeat rows 2 through 10 until you get the length that you want. Now, if you're doing individual blocks, you're only going to see 2 cable chains. Because I'm doing 36 stitches, I have a 3rd cable chain. That's essentially the difference. The spacing in between the rows is the same. The only thing that I did differently is I decreased 1 stitch on this side because you really need 37 in order to be able to follow their pattern exactly. So that's the chain cable, block 43 of the Tunisian Sampler Afghan. Thanks for watching.